that this is what Nicole puts the house at before we go to bed. It's 48 degrees outside. She had the air conditioning set to 65 degrees. Going to take a photo for a BPO right now. I don't know what it is with my coaching students. They come in gung-ho, but right at about the 80% mark, they give up. And it's like, man, that's kind of where it matters. Same thing with diets and exercise and anything you do. You start a book and you don't finish it. You start a program and you don't finish it. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You have to finish. You finish what you started. It builds character, and it actually is where the breakthrough happens. Let's jump on a trampoline.
Yes.
So it shall be done. I am leaving to the Yorba Linda office. I'm going to set up all my wires, and from there I'm going to start working out of an office location. For now, no, I have to stick with it. Like this is better. This is good, right? This is good, right? Yeah, it's good. It's good. Well, that was an interesting turn of events. I went into my old office, or my new office, or whatever you want to call it, office, and the big boss, one of the big bosses, is there, and he goes, "Hey, James, so I was going to give you a call." I'm like, huh? Because as of January 1st, this isn't going to be a Century 21 office. I'm like, what? Huh? Just look at the bright side. It settles my dispute whether or not I should be parked here every day. It is interesting to know that location is changing. And I knew it was changing, but I didn't know how fast it was going to change. I just went in and asked, I go, "So, did you hear what's happening with the Yorba Linda location?" He goes, "What?" I go, "Oh, I don't want to tell you anything, but I'm moving back here because I just got word that it wasn't going to be an award location. So I don't know anything." Well, even my big mouth, I mean, how big was the mouth? I'm just like, what do you want me to say? I don't have a home. Right, I just spent the last 2 hours making sure everything is put perfect. My return to the office, and it's all set up. All my wires are ready to rock and roll. Back in here tomorrow. It's been a couple of days since I've suited up. You're going to be very happy to hear that I have officially moved back into my office location, and so you guys are going to reap the benefits of me traveling, and I'm going to be sharing a lot more content on a more consistent basis again as I travel to the office. So you're welcome. Please say thank you in the comments below. I want to talk about the 5 sales of a contract, the 5 times you sell a listing, a property. The first time you sell the property is when you schedule the appointment and you have the confidence. So you have to sell yourself on having the confidence to schedule the appointment. You have to sell yourself on being a good real estate agent. That's the first time you sell in the business. The second time you sell, this is the 5 steps to a paycheck, the 5 sales steps to a paycheck. That's the title. 5 selling steps to a paycheck. First, you sell yourself that you are worth it, that you have the value, and that you have the resources and the knowledge to sell real estate. The second sale is to a homeowner, somebody who might be interested in selling their house. That's right, you got to actually sell yourself to an individual. And that's why being a buyer's agent is a little bit easier, because to be a buyer's agent, you set an appointment, you open the door, and you say, "Here's the home," and you can sell a home. The doors, the walls, the location, the floor plan, you can have a tangible. But when you sell a listing, when you get a presentation to have a homeowner hire you as a real estate agent to sell their house, you're selling intangible. You're selling your skills, which is really not that easy unless you've got tremendous confidence and you know the scripts and dialogues and you know what you're doing and you have a marketing plan. All that stuff comes into play when it comes to selling yourself. So the first sale is to yourself. The second sale is to the homeowner who is going to hire you to sell their home. The third sale is to a buyer. When they're searching on the internet and they say, "I like this house." They're sold on it. Not that the process of selling the buyer is, "I'm sold, let's buy," but they're sold enough to come into the property. They're sold enough to like it. And then at some point they'll be sold enough to actually purchase it and sign a purchase agreement. So the fourth sale, I'm counting on my hands and I can't even like remember. Or the fourth sale is to the agent, the real estate agent who is going to be representing the buyer. Now, if you represent both sides, then you still have to sell yourself again, kind of, I guess. You're sold on it, so maybe not. But you have to be sold on, you have to sell the buyer on that house. That is the third sale. So you sell to yourself, you sell yourself to the seller, you sell yourself to the buyer, or the product to the buyer. You sell the real estate product to the buyer, the home. And then the fourth one is selling to the real estate agent who represents the buyer, which in many cases could make or break the deal based on their opinion of the house. Fifth sale is to the appraiser. Now, that's in a traditional real estate transaction that isn't cash. Obviously, if it's cash, there's no appraisal necessary. The homeowner or the home buyer has the cash in their hands, so they don't really need to get an appraisal. But the fifth sale is to an appraiser who has to justify the value of the property. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the 5 steps to a successful closing, a successful sale. First, you sell yourself on being a good agent. That's where I come in. I can teach you the scripts and dialogues and what to do and how to do it. If you're a really good agent, then you should be able to pull this off. If you don't, learn to be a better agent. This is January, whatever. These videos vary from 20 minutes to 45 minutes, but it is the most intense 100 days of real estate that you're ever going to have in the world of knowledge. So it's going to be, I'm probably going to stop and edit this video. I'm not going to get to 100. I don't even know what I'm going to call it. I don't even know how many videos I've got. I probably have to archive them and build a product. Anyhow, back into the office, gonna take a swig of soda, and then I'm gonna take my big billboard upstairs to the top floor. I'm back. That's right, cheers. You ready to do this thing, James? Oh my God, this is a lot. Holy moly, I have been here all day doing, well, not all day, maybe not all day, but I have been doing objection handler after objection handler. Everybody who joins that program, well, right now it's called the Next 90, but it's going to be, well, it'll still be the next, I don't know what I'm going to call it. I have no idea what I'm going to call this program, but it is like 50 hours worth of video, and I'm about 4 hours away from completing it, and it's just my throat hurts. Nicole officially got me sick. I'm gonna go home and check out early. I feel like such a bum leaving at like 6 o'clock, but whew. It's been a long day at the office. Has it been though, James? Has it been? Have you been giving it your best? Not today. Today's not one of those days, but can I say why? Because I'm sick. It's because I'm sick. Nicole was kind enough to give me this sore throat, and I feel it. And so is it okay to feel it? Feel down? I mean, that's really what's happening here is I'm feeling under the weather. So I always feel like I can push through it, but if you feel like shit, you feel like shit. This is my beautiful car, in which I am well pleased. Oh, it looks good. Hey, soda. Yeah, I'm definitely sick now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a high dose of emergency. I'll pour the whole thing in my mouth and then slam it with orange juice. December 27th, 2018, Festini is out. Hopefully tomorrow I'll live to fight another day.